What up, what up? This Finance, Fitness, and Folk channel. We discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to discuss why you should not eat banned food. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing your video out, give you leverage to better yourselves. So currently I'm in Stanton, Virginia. My wife has an event that she normally goes to once a year over here. So I'm here to support. So I thought I'd come out here, get a little jog / run / walk in, right? Did a little bit over 4 miles, so I got my work in. But I want to discuss the topic real quick. I'm not gonna have this video go too long. But I saw this article a while back about certain foods that are banned in other countries, like American food that's banned in other countries, right? So I'm going to discuss some of them, and you know, have your own take and make your own decision on whether you want to keep eating this food or not, right? So let's get into it. So why do I say that you should not eat banned food? Well, just like I said, there are some foods that's from the U.S. that is banned in other countries. Like literally, these other countries are saying that this food is basically poison, right? First, what I'm going to discuss is instant potatoes. Now, what I will say is that anything that's considered instant, you should be leery about, right? And excuse the sun. The sun's about to go down. It's almost 5 o'clock here. But you should be leery about anything that's considered instant, because if it's instant, that means that they use some type of chemical to preserve it so it has a long shelf life, right? And any type of chemical you use to preserve food could be considered poison to the body, right? So they say instant potatoes has carcinogenic properties. Now you do your own research for like what a carcinogenic property is, but it's not good, right? And European countries, and I want to say Australia, ban instant potatoes. You cannot find it in shelves in those countries. Next one is Skittles. This was a shocker to me. Well, I wouldn't say it was too much of a shocker because, I mean, candy as a whole has a lot of preservatives in it, right? And of course it has a high level of sugar, which a high level of sugar is never good for you, right? So I kind of figured that pretty much all candy is not good for you. There are health properties to candy. But they say Skittles has yellow 5 and yellow 6 in it. And that's a dye, color dye that they use in candy and other products. I want to say Mountain Dew has yellow 5 in it as well. And it's been known to cause some serious health issues in people. And some folks, they're actually allergic to this particular property. So I want to say that is also banned in European countries. So I don't think you can find Skittles in Europe. Sounds crazy, right? Like, like how in the world could Skittles be that much of a poison? But according to this article I read, it's not good for you, right? There's a couple of others that they say that wasn't good. They said Pillsbury biscuits is not good. I forget what property that particular food has, but it wasn't good for you because it was considered poison. The way they wash chicken in the United States, they wash chicken with chlorine, and washing chicken with chlorine, even though that prevents chicken from having washing chicken with chlorine helps prevent you from getting salmonella poisoning, right? But of course, chlorine has toxic properties to it, right? So I guess it's another way that they wash chicken in other countries. So they don't use chlorine to wash chicken in other countries. Case in point, right? That's really why they're saying the chicken that's in the United States is banned in other countries. And that actually makes sense, because if you go to other countries and taste chicken in other countries, which I have numerous times, it does not taste the same. I'm not gonna say it tastes any worse than the American chicken. I'm not gonna say it tastes any less. I'm not gonna say it tastes better or worse. But it has a different taste to it, and beef as well. I'm not exactly sure how beef is in other countries as far as how they prepare it. That wasn't on the list. But ham was, and they say the way the hormones that are pumped in pigs that produce ham, right? They kill the pig and they produce it for ham. They say the way they do that in the States is considered poisonous. So they banned that in other countries as well. Let's see, one more. There was one more that on that list that I saw that was banned. What was the other one? God, I can't think of it right now. But it was, I think it was like 10 different ones that I saw there. But I mean, this is something I want to bring to people's attention. You know what I'm saying? This article literally said that there's certain common foods in the United States that you cannot find in other countries, where the other countries are telling us that it's poison. But we eat this stuff every single day, right? It's kind of crazy, right? But that's really what it is. It's considered poison in other countries, and other countries, they have, I guess, more insight on it when it comes to, you know, how food is produced and how healthy you should eat. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, the other countries is like these health gurus, because I'm pretty sure they have food there that's just as toxic as it is in the States. But they've deemed these particular foods that I mentioned literally poison, and they don't want it. They don't want their people and their country eating this stuff. So like, do your own research, you know what I'm saying, and do what's best for you. But in my opinion, I would say don't eat banned food, right? So do your own research, figure out some foods that are common that you eat, and see if they're banned in other countries, and then you make your own determination as to whether you're going to keep eating that food or not. I know for myself, I'm going to start making some changes. All right, like, comment, and subscribe. I endeavor to keep putting these out. Give leverage. To give you leverage to better yourselves. Finding Fitness and Folk. Triple F, I'm gone.